Welcome back to the farm, everybody. It is Sunday, the 20th of November, 2022. Now, let me tell you, it's a little cool here in southern Idaho. In fact, the overnight low last night was 10 degrees above zero. And with the breeze blowing, we had a -1 wind chill factor. Yeah, burr is in our vocabulary. Is it just me, or would we all be better off if we took warning labels and safety devices off everything and just let natural selection take its place? Yeah, I have to ponder on that one for a second. Nah, it'd be better, yeah. Welcome back to Thanksgiving week here at Nelson Creek Farms. It is that week of November when we start doing all the holiday stuff. And because of the holidays and it being so cold and wintertime here at the farm, everything's pretty well shut down. So this winter, we're going to do some maintenance and some building projects on some of the old equipment that we have here at the farm. So stay tuned for that. And in the last week or so, we've gained a dozen or so new subscribers. So thank you for subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me. And yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more, mainly with the red and orange tractors, but we might do something with these green ones as well. One of the first things we're going to do today is hang a sign on the front porch to direct traffic, of all things. Like so many of us these days, we get a lot of our information and products delivered to us from an online source, such as Amazon or eBay or whatever. Well, I'm no exception. In fact, that's why I'm putting this sign up. The front porch here at the farm is never really used, and I'm expecting some IT manuals coming for some of the older tractors. Most of the information I could ever need, I could probably find online. But I do like to read a manual once in a while on a quiet winter's evening. So I have been forced to install a use rear door for delivery sign here at the farm, so people won't be leaving anything out here on the front porch where it would get wet, especially those IT manuals. Yeah, that'll do. Now, some of you may have noticed that I hung the sign exceptionally low. In fact, it's a little bit below kneecap high to an average human. So let me show you why I did that. If you're standing here approaching the door to make a delivery, down here, your eyes are going to be angled down and you're going to see that sign right there. So hopefully that'll get my deliveries around to the back of the building so they don't get wet and ruined. Another thing of interest that I've picked up recently is I got a new clevis for the back here on the back end of this thing. Yeah, it takes a 1-inch shaft on the pin for the clevis. The biggest ones I had to date was 3/4 of an inch. So, yeah, now we got something a little more substantive back here. And with that 1-inch pin in the hole, that'll help spread the weight out on the holes a little bit better and won't wear them oblong like an egg shape so fast. Another thing of interest is this power port right there, and I now have a cell phone charger that I can plug in there, and yeah, that'll also fit. That's a USB-C. That'll also fit my GoPro cameras to charge them up, and the Rode microphones. So yeah, I can keep coming to you now for as long as I need to. My daughter got a new SUV. Has a button on the dash that says rear wiper. She's scared to death to push that button. As you know, before I moved to this tractor, that oil spot was huge, and I thought it was maybe coming out of the back end of the engine, but it's coming out of the hydraulic pump. At least I'm fairly certain, because that's about the Right spot for it, coming out of that belly pump. Now here's the rub. You see that gap right there? Yeah, going down to the pump. A real good friend of mine says that should be flush and up tight. But it looks like the edges of that are tapered and they aren't fitting in the belly of that. So that has me wondering now, is that the correct pump for this tractor? I don't know. Maybe some of you guys know out there, and gals might know this situation or problem. Does the M pump interchange with the H pump? Does the early 40 pump fit differently than a later H pump? That's what I don't know. And I'm not going to buy a bunch of IT manuals for a bunch of different years if there's changes in between them just to find out. So if anybody knows if there's a difference between an early pump and a later H pump, I'd appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below. That pump right there will be on one of the top to-do list items for 2023, because I can't have that leaking all over the floor and ruining that pump. But my concern is if this isn't fitting properly in that housing, what's it doing? Is the that slip yoke thing in there wearing out funny, or just what? It looks like the pump fits tight here and back here. Move this back here so you can kind of see. Looks like there's a boss there of some sort. And then it's tapered along in here. So, and then it's tapered up here at the front like I mentioned earlier. So if anybody knows what the deal is, please let me know in the comment section. I hope you all enjoyed this brief little video that I've put out for this Sunday. Just a little something to keep you up to date on what's going on. Anyway, if you would, right down there in that bottom corner, hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, or let me know what you think of the video in the comment section. I do appreciate all the thoughts and wishes for my mother on the loss of her cousin and that I mentioned in the last video. She's having a little bit of a hard time dealing with that. So anyway, I do appreciate it. But as always, don't forget, subscribe right down there. And thank you again to all of the new subscribers to the channel. We've picked up about a dozen or so in the last week. Appreciate that very much. Anyway, I'm Farmer Dave, wishing you all well. You behave out there and have a good one. Bye-bye for now.